so we're gonna move on to Sagittarius. On the doubt shadow messages. Replacing doubt with reasonable earnest is the message that I got from the dream world, from another being. So let's check your doubt shadow. Parasite. The colors look a lot more defined here. Looks like red and blue. Parasite. Two different things. Two sides of the same coin. Kind of giving balance, like balance is required. That's what I'm getting. Balance is required. Like you don't want to have an uneven push and pull and give and take. Everything requires balance. Like there is a reason for order, there's a reason for chaos. Both must exist simultaneously in alternating patterns. It kind of like reminds me, I actually recently started rewatching Spice and Wolf. And when I was rewatching Spice and Wolf, Holo was known to be like a god, and before humans had forgotten about her, she would help them with their harvest. And so in order for her to ensure that, you know, their harvest continued to thrive, she would have to create periods where the fields could recover. And the area that she was in still did far better than anywhere else, even in like their dry season. But it's one of those things, like it requires balance. In order to have a large harvest when you're working with like, you know, because what she was cultivating was wheat. And I'm also like getting this spinning straw into gold, like Rumpelstiltskin kind of story. But in order to, you know, have all of that wheat, she needed to make sure that they had, you know, a period where the field could recharge its nutrients. Because a lot of the times people forget that when plants, you know, are planted into the soil, they drain it of all of its nutrients. And with like the parasite, like that too much take creates a parasite rather than, you know, a mutually benefiting system. And yeah, and we have like death, and like inside death is also like life, but there's life, there's, you know, death within life and life within death. It's a cycle. I'm also kind of getting like Santa Muerte. I'm very bad at saying those M-U-E words in Spanish. But it's one of those things, like one of the phrases that I got a long time ago, one of the times that I was like doing a reading for myself, was like, life protects death and death protects life. And like within us is a skeleton, which protects our life organs on the inside. But outside of the skeleton is our skin, which is the life that protects the death within. It's just one, like, it's really giving, like, sometimes you have to have the ups and downs of life at times, but there is a perfect balance to it. Things are only truly bad when there is no balance. And with the Four of Swords, I'm getting like there's balance here. You have an even amount of crows, an even amount of swords, and this person is balanced enough to be levitating. And I'm getting like balance in shadow. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, also about balance. Balancing like two sides of the same coin. And then we have the freaking Chariot, which you have the two Sphinxes. And that's also like giving balance. So you have life and death both in the Death card. You have an even number of things in the Four, the Two of Pentacles, and then the Chariot, and each and everything is holding like two different sides or an even amount of something. Something is being balanced. There may have been a period where you have suffered a period of drought, a period of take where it just seems like everything was fucking taken from you. And like, bro, the dude don't even have a shirt on. Hey, we're not playing games. Stop doing all that. Dude don't even got a shirt on. So like, you gave everything, including the shirt on your fucking back, and all you were left with is your life at this point, is what I'm getting. Or at least that's the way that it fucking feels. And with every take, there must be just as much give. So if you've been feeling like you've been left with literally not even the shirt on your fucking back, I'm getting that is changing. We have the 10 of fucking Pentacles on the bottom, and on the top is the 10 of Cups. So for this period of drought that you have been going through, you are getting not only a physical reimbursement, but a emotional reimbursement. And it's just important for you to also use your discernment in like how your future connections, how you are also reciprocating not only with your environment, like, you know, with the earth, but also how everything else is reciprocating towards you. One of the things that I think I mentioned this in a previous video, where it's just like one of those things. I established that I have to know my worth, and if everything is spiritual first before it's physical, I have to know my worth in the spiritual world too. So before I really work with, like, it's not necessarily on a transactional level where it's just like, okay, I give you this and you give me this in the like spirit world. It's more than that, just like it is in the physical world. Not everybody's going to, just because you give someone $5 doesn't mean they're going to give you that $5 right back. That's not always how it comes back. Sometimes it comes back in a different way, like information or whatever. But it was one of those things where I was like, I have to know my worth in the spiritual world too. I'm not just going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff and just having things continuously take from me in the spiritual world. There needs to be some sort of reciprocity. Either you are supporting me or like giving me information, like something like that. Not necessarily transactional and like demanding in a demanding way, but in like more of an exchange way, kind of like when you have a conversation with someone, like you're both contributing to the conversation. And it's one of those things, like you have to know your worth in both places. So yeah, it's about balance. It's about balance. Anyway, I hope that helped.